think I'm like
consistently.
5'7" on a good
like
day,
we saw back on Ascent.
which is
They're
quite
gonna
short.
get in your face fast.
But not as short as what
Palkia has
some
been
people
spotted.
think.
Can she get away in time? Dash.
Like, some people think I'm like 5'2".
To Bunny, but she's kind of stuck in this position. Felipa has utility to try and get her out, but can she even get anything from this corner? Bastarda just dives straight into her face and takes her down. Team Liquid hit the pause button.
So we went for the BX.
Started just running full blast into the shockwave right there.
I really didn't like how
even
BBL
matter.
played Haven when I
Round
watched him
refreshes,
VODs
Team
before.
Liquid
I really
much more
didn't like it.
patient until Felipa goes for
They
the
play-
angle. BBL just started
They
shooting.
play like
Oh no, that was a big opportunity.
they play like this.
Lost for
almost.
BBL.
These
And
are
Team Liquid
ones, by the way.
We've seen
The
this
Jet
all
was
series.
here.
Find
a
their
lot.
advantage, slow things down.
Bit of a feint over into A with that Sky Flash.
Against
Liquid just gonna let
Viper,
Bizarra
what's
as
better?
an embed
but-
here. She has the chance to move into A. If she hears footsteps rotating out of short, she can bring Team Liquid back onto this side of the map. And TL can
How
just
are the
pop out of
Egypt
their own
pyramids
smoke
built?
here, pick this one up, and
Wasn't
try
it
to
with
isolate
like
those two players back
trolleys
flat.
and stuff?
But it's a great position for BBL.
Like,
a better stun. Counter flash
isn't
to
that how
Felipa
it's
for
built?
one, but she is so low on HP.
There's a lot of theories,
Great
right?
smoke. That's Vanya across
They're
map
going back.
supporting.
Yeah, Bizarra hears those
I
rotates
like the
out.
meme of
Site
like
belongs to her.
Western
30 moves
people
backside.
Stuck around on this C
think it's
site, but Stark is
aliens
still
as soon
there
as
to
like
cause
it's not
trouble.
like a white country,
Oh, has to slip past this turret.
because you
Before
know.
it comes back to her.
So she's now in late backstab,
That's-
but the
that's
retake
how,
will come before
you know.
Bastarda activates. Dart forward.
That's how the
Evan
West
takes a lot
rolls
of damage.
sometimes.
But everyone is here now from BBL. Keep your eyes on this flank. That'll develop soon. Here comes the retake. Felipa first in and down two, but Bizarra is
sorry,
traded.
crosser.
Now
Sorry,
Team Liquid
crosser.
have farther back positions. They're waiting for the flank to come through.
Flank from Bastarda.
They have to buy time. Flash through. Vanya
Come
off
on.
the spike. Bastarda,
player
flank
standing.
activated, but it is only one, and that might not be enough. Georgina in the 1v2. Smoke fading. Two on the other side.
No.
Finds both shots! How the hell did she do that?
Georgina's just different. What?
Well, she's got the
I didn't
parents
even
buff.
see
It's
both
unfair.
I don't know. Is it the Brazil buff? Is it the crowd buff? Is it the family buff? Is Georgina just buff?
She might be. That is one of the most ludicrous transfers I have ever seen.
What do the coaches think? Oh,
Bro, let me see the
stoic,
coaches.
You'd imagine. Unbelievable. I mean, she's completely stuck here.
How?
That is
It's the knee
lightning
buff. I
fast.
told you. It's the.
She
It's
can't
the.
believe it
It's,
either.
Unreal. The Red Bull
I
clutch
disagree
out of
with her
Georgina.
knee choice, but
Absolute perfection. BBL trying to get fast, doing a little bit of an A walk up half of that, but that has got to be such a sting.
Slicky's
BBL play
dead.
day lobby. They get you with the classic. For the rest of Team
I've
Liquid is
inherited
to keep it under control.
in Slicky's
More
will.
challenges continue
The
to
first
approach. I
line
mean, these
said, "I
classics
really
are
want
doing
Minnie to
serious
take
work
over
here.
my Twitch channel."
How's this a 1v2?
He
Yeah,
said, "I'm
honestly,
leaving the
do you
Twitch
expect
channel
that
to
Wens
Minnie.
has embedded in
The
short?
Slug Club
Can
belongs
she
to him."
kill one player while the plant
They're
is going
both
down?
low.
Oh,
Oh, she has a freebie. There's no way
down.
BBL
I
will
don't
play
like
like
when
this.
stuck in the corner.
1v1. Needs perfection with the classic Bizarra swinging, and the movement is better. Almost.
Don't let these single players distract you. Don't let the 2 rounds
It
distract
will
you.
give you severe
The
back
fact that
problems.
every round is a nail
Yeah, I
biter.
mean,
And that was the story
I'll
of
be
Ascent.
honest.
One
My
or two of
posture's
those
fucked.
clutches going different
I'd
way,
be 6'2"
and BBL could be
if,
up right
if I
But
didn't
that's
sit
the
like an
difference,
idiot.
right? Georgina wins out in her clutch at the very end. BBL gets so close. Wens has an insane reposition, but it slips right there. Gets the first, can't transition into the second. Now, Team Liquid, it's a punishing round 2, right? They only have one single rifle going into this one.
I mean, look
See
at me
what
right
Bizarra
now.
can do with
Like,
it.
look at me. Like, I'm feet up.
And when we
And
look
my
at how
back is-
BBL
I'm
like
not
to
doing
play
good
this
things with my
defense
back.
half, you're going to see it play out very different to a lot of other teams, especially with this comp. Palkia does not play
My
A
actual
often.
age
She loves to
is-
step out into mid, even with the operator out of garage doors, out of B, or even play that plat line over on C.
That's my actual age.
The starter, oh, taken down. Only one rifle, but it's gone. And now BBL have some good control of this one. They have
Yeah, I'm
beasts around.
29.
Spike will be planted, but that aftershock actually stops Dikey just at the last moment. And they're actually fighting.
I
on
look a
C
bit
lane,
younger,
but it's
I
a great
think, but-
crossfire out of
down,
BBL,
C.
and it's Bizarra
Surely you could tell by my
Already spotted
mature
out
outlook
in the
on
open,
life
and she only has a
and
share.
general
No shot.
intelligence that there's no way I'm younger than 29.
So with the prep, Team
thank
Liquid
you,
have
Mr.
done, which
Monster.
clearly they have. You saw it.
Welcome to the
Back
Slug
on
Club.
Ascent,
Oh wait,
getting out a lot of the aggression.
thank you for the
Honestly,
sub.
their solution
Welcome,
is
Coach
to
Mini.
how maneuverable
Get your hip up.
Alkia can get on
Get
the
your
edge. I
Slug
think
Club
you can
arrays in
actually
the chat for
fight
Mini.
a short space really easily, even without investing a lot of utility. A lot of the times, Filippo will be holding on to the fault line instead of just using that.
Hairstyle says 17. Thank you very much. That's the kind of
BBL
flame I
have a mid
enjoy
fight ready.
in my,
be ready
my
for this
channel.
aggression. BBL come at you fast, so consistently.
4 players. Ready to go. Team Liquid have plenty to receive. Bastarda is in a sea of utility, but she stays safe within the cove of her smoke. But look how Vanya has gotten so far forward. It was only one. Team
Push
Liquid
from
win the
middle?
brawl.
And that is
Does
Team
not work.
Liquid playing
BBL
perfectly.
trying
I mean,
to
you have
like
a
go
couple
for
players
pushes
getting hit,
again,
but
and it's just
Bastarda
not
stalls
working.
out
Every
time,
time
like
they
you
do like
say.
aggressive
But then
stuff, it
there's
just
in
doesn't work.
window and also outside of grass, players playing off the line, so they're not hit by the fault line. So they're not hit by
TL
the
doing a
paranoia.
flag strike?
Those are the ones that are getting the kill.
You mean BBL?
Eva goes hunting. And she
The
shoot away.
grass
Playing
crunch.
Team Liquid
The
must
Fnac
be
strap
the
people
most
would know
annoying
most
thing
is
in the world.
the silver
They
one,
destroy
which was
you in your opening
SLK's
gambit,
idea.
and then they
Our
don't
assistant
move.
coach.
They just wait for you to
We
beat
called it
yourselves
Crow Crab.
by walking into their
Crow Crab
crosshair.
used to do it.
And it
That's
works
okay.
more than it doesn't.
The grass
That's because
crunches,
it's
like
the
crunches
right way to
here,
play.
these are
Team
usually
Liquid
my
are such a
ideas.
well-drilled team, such
I
a
like the grass
well-oiled machine.
crunches.
They fully
The
through
mid
site, make
pushes
sure
with
there's
no
nobody
grass
clearing those
crunch,
corridors.
like no crunch here,
Easy
that's
plan for them.
boasting.
Probably a save for BBL.
Thorough is the easy way to describe this squad. And BBL, well, they'll go for a bit of damage at least.
It's funny because Team Liquid will take the ego fight at the start of round, usually a lot tighter in the late round. 2v3 now.
They're going to go for it. Wenz has walked out onto B. But she's spotted by the turret and so isolated from her teammate.
Drone saw everybody over there.
Just three.
They know the setup. Can they find the shots? Now, Eva missing out, Wenz down,
Look out.
and that's the round over. Eva would rather save this weapon, but now comes the question of which she'll be allowed to, and she is.
Now, so the ult game matters a lot. Bazera just won off of the lockdown for Killjoy.
Why is that some
And if
waving?
BBL are not finding success with their mid gambits, how do they call a half of Valorant? Right, if Team Liquid are ready for it every single time, do they
Guys,
start getting more
you
passive? They
gotta
start
change that,
leaning
surely.
into
Sticky
AA lobby
javelins
control, which
Brazil.
is not usually part of their playbook.
In a
We'll have to see,
1v3, the
'cause this
shocks
next round,
ain't
it is just the one
doing
rifle
much,
Ava
I don't
survived.
think. But I agree, shocks could have been used though. They could have been used. This player shouldn't have peeked.
Finally,
We
see
should have
Alkia
thrown some shocks.
over
I
towards
don't even
A,
know how
but
you shocked that though,
she's the
to
only
be
player
honest.
there, and you can see
like,
the
off
power
here,
of this Viper
but, like, the
already.
angle's a bit weird.
The wall can be a low wall over towards C. It can help you get A lobby. The mollies can
Oh,
cut off
that's good.
angles, or Alkia can cut off
You
X.
feel
Yeah.
real
Didn't
good
think she'd
playing
go for
against a
that alone.
Viper
Alkia was
if you
saying,
get a
give me
pick
the
like
rifle,
that.
give me the
You're
rifle.
like,
Aaron,
oh my
give me the
god.
rifle.
Whenever I
Runs
see
over
a pick
to
like that
last
happening against
second
Viper
kill.
team, I'm like,
It's
thank
BBL.
god.
You always have to expect
You're
aggression
given a
like that.
freebie.
Now BBL, when they actually hold this A site, that's where they've run into some trouble domestically. They love to play back site. That puts them in prime position for things like the
Oh,
paranoia,
she
but
just
Brutal timing.
Alkia going out. She's got to be a hero in a round like this with the soul rifle, but gets cut down in a 1-for-1 trade. Doesn't feel good enough to come away with the round win.
Vanya wants that gun.
Oh my.
Oh,
She
it's
wants to
supposed to.
teleport forward.
Oh my.
What
I missed
is
it.
this? Ridiculous. And it won't work today.
One enemy remaining.
Worth the shot. Might as well.
She tries it often.
Spike planted.
You guys realize
Loves
someone
that
asked me
corner.
Look,
if
she
I
saw all those
microwave my
Dojina
res,
teleports, she's
which
like,
obviously
Oh, here's one.
I don't.
It works.
But
It always works.
the pack,
Another
the
round
microwave
for
packs of
Georgina.
rice
I
are
do like that
actually
you
quite
point out that
convenient.
close quarter because that is
Like,
an area
most
that BBL
gamers
love
don't
to play
even
on
cook.
that A site. Again, I think a
So,
lot of
like,
teams will look to get more proactive.
to
fighting
use some
for short,
microwave
fighting for
rice
long.
is not the
BBL are
biggest of
more
sins
content
when
to
most
run
games
out or
aren't
just
cooking.
bundle up on site, take their ones.
How do you think that like bunker style works versus this Viper comp? Because they just
So
have
I'm a
so much
connoisseur, so
utility
I've got a
to
rice
clear
cooker.
corners like that. Those extra
Yeah.
2 mollies from the Viper are so helpful.
It depends.
I can't remember the last time I used it, but
because I think
I did
a
use
lot of
it.
times that molly won't end up being
Sure.
used in that corner. You can get away with it. One of the things that they don't have to worry about is the fault line, which destroys the short corner. It hits default
Microwave rice
usually,
sounds foul.
and that's a problem.
It's honestly
but because you are
not.
playing against those double smokes, it's going to be that on the paranoia line. So a little bit easier to avoid. You can see it coming, dodge out, run
It's
back
better
into the
than
line,
rice
especially after
cookers.
change,
Like
make
are
it
good to
so
like
much
batch
slower
rice.
than it previously did.
But if you
I don't
need
think it'll be
quick,
as
if you
punishing
don't
as
have
we've seen
rice
versus
ready
the default
from the
standard
rice
comp that
cooker,
they're running
you do
themselves.
have to sit around and wait for 20 minutes.
It's been a tough start for the Queens. Down 4-1 here. It's
Whereas
their first time
to
out.
Sticky's
And they have
defense,
tools in this round. Rolling Thunder
2
online for
minutes.
Felipe.
Oh,
Do we get to see another one of those?
Becky missed the monster for the
I almost want to say
gifted.
they don't look aggressive with the
Flame
rolling
Zero.
thunder this round. They've done it a couple
Got a
of times
Japanese
out. Maybe
name there, I
pistol
don't know how
round,
to say.
the buy
Ryan
round
Central,
as well.
Motion
They
Chest,
got
and
aggro and
Alumi
Teal punished them for
Meta.
it.
Every time.
Mayot? Alumi
So
Mayot.
what do they do?
Slug Club
Do they
Hoorays
save
in
it
the
for a
chat.
retake? I almost like that angle.
They love
Unfortunately,
playing a retake anyways.
They really
Bro,
do.
microwave
but
mashed
Alkia
potatoes
doesn't have
sounds
an
foul.
operator, so won't be able
But
to,
I
to
think
hold a more passive line
I'm
copy,
not
something like this.
against
Instead, going to be
the
switching it up.
rest
What
of
an
it.
interesting setup. Alkia
I don't know, I have to
here
try it.
with
Like,
Wens.
I always see it and I'm always tempted
That
to
is
try it,
not
but
normal.
Maybe just trying
next
to
time
take
I'm in the
fight.
shops I'll buy
Or short
some.
different.
Play, yeah.
I'll give a review.
That is so uncharacteristic. Alkia tucking into a tight corner.
So
No
we
one will
crush
expect her to be
Chino.
waiting here, and TL are zooming on in with the spike.
In heaven. Georgina. What
Oh,
a
Georgina
call
accident.
to make. Seekers, though, will clear this close corner. The trap
Where's the bomb?
activated. It's Rems instead going huge. Now the Molly's into play. Alkia needs
The
to get out,
spikes.
and she succeeds at that goal.
That's a
They
good
saw this
replay.
player down long as well. Vanya scouted it out with the ultimate. So they fight back into short. Alkia is there for the kill. The Gambit play.
Quite honestly, they could all
completely
just go up
broken.
there.
Bizarre, the sole survivor.
A beautiful reclear. And look at the spike.
Yeah.
Stuck out just on the lip of heaven.
Uncle Ben's is
That's where we
fine,
need
but
to
it's
go
5
for
times the cost
quite a
of just
walk
cooking
to
rice
recover
yourself.
that
It's
one.
true,
Note
but
to
we're
self,
talking about
don't take the
professional
spike when
gamers
you
or
moment ult into
coaches
I
or
thought we
content
would've,
creators
like,
who
learned that
literally
one with Leviathan.
don't
guess
give a
not.
crap
No,
between,
you know, it works at the end.
you know, a
Maybe it's all
pound
part of
for
making
some
a little bit
rice
of a crispier
versus
play,
like
but there you have it. The little trap
20p
play ends up
for
working
rice, you know.
for BBL. It was hard to see exactly what happened. So we were so focused on
like
the
time
ulting
and convenience
up
is like
into
the
heaven.
only thing that matters to.
But Alkia waiting in that
people.
corner, you never clear that, right? When you are literally Wens is intentionally showing herself on that fight, right? She's seen up there. You have a turret up there too. Why would Alkia be tucked away? Surely Alkia is fighting out into mid. No, that's a great little layer that BBL had coming out of the timeout.
And it's such a change from what we've seen. We're at that first map where it's always that proactivity.
We're back to the normal, back to the normal.
Okay.
We're running into mid.
Mid-fight. Here
Rolling
we go
Thunder,
again.
question mark?
Groundhog Day in mid. Vanya.
When's
Paranoia.
a sub
They duck away.
issue?
Oh, they're
BBL
walking.
is walking
Oh my.
very slow.
This is not expected.
Alarm bot will keep him at bay though. They cannot get past that lip of window and Bastarda
but
is
maybe
I like
they
this,
can.
though.
They just
I think
simply
this is
can.
very
Vanya
nice.
will kill everyone. They're up into window, and now do they back
do.
away?
I think this
BBL
is a good
usually
way
will
to
just
play
keep that W key
against
going, but now with
TL.
the numbers advantage, they know everything
I
is
would
riding
like
on
to.
this
We need
game
to get
right
across
now.
to
Their
A
whole
somehow.
year.
Either we need to
I
flank
forgot
or
the
we need to
BBL
get across.
just
We
does
can't-
not care. They
Oh,
are
okay.
so confident
It's the kill
in
shot.
every moment. Double lockdown onto A.
Oh, it's the
A free
Fnatic
take
strap.
ultimate and the
Oh,
entire
this is
rest
the
of
Fnatic
team
strap.
is flanking.
Is that a quadruple
This was
flank
this was Bosa's
that we are
idea.
seeing?
I'm counting up to 4, yes.
And look at these
Yo.
players trapped. 2 detained from that defender
this
lockdown.
is-
Now
this
they
is-
can activate.
this is a
Here comes
Bosa
the Rolling
special.
Thunder. It is from the flank. It is the players in long getting caught.
Great stall from
Georgina,
Georgina.
another opportunity.
Although he only
Teleports
came up
into
with
the
this
off
strap
angle.
because I told him the
Flash
other
keeps
strat he
him
wanted
at
to do
bay
was
yet
awful.
again. BBL. Can they get through this one? Can they even escape from main? Castile are holding this strong. The whole fight is centered on long. And Vanya's got 3 in the round. Issa is alone to
Nice by
hold.
BBL.
And BBL find success.
Fantastic
swap
shot to
queens and
kick off the
Retha
round from
Factory.
Vanya,
Okay.
and the mid-rounding impeccable, calling for that pre-take ultimate. Usually you'd want to flood out with that. Instead, trying to take that fight, all the players of Team Liquid are pushed back in to the extremity
Okay, guys,
of that ult.
someone said actual Lev King moment.
BBL, take it
Yesterday,
slow.
after the
They don't
stream,
get
I went to
flustered
TDM.
by the utility
I
coming
played
on out
TDM.
of Georgina.
I was getting absolutely
Vanya's
destroyed,
still
and I
in
was like,
front
who
of
are
that
these players? Because it
engagement
feels
throughout.
like
That is what you
it
expect.
feels
That is
too
what
good.
you need
Like
out
I
of
usually
BBL's
do
leader.
okay. I pressed tab and it's Lev Tex, and I was like, oh my god, it's actually Leviathan. Leviathan,
Team
sorry.
Liquid's economy on the
Um,
ropes here.
Look at
Like
C-Long.
it was King,
We've got a fault line, maybe a
Mazzino,
Paranoia, and Alkia going
and
quick.
Tex.
Paranoia is through. Alkia is there.
I thought it was Aspas
Alkia
at
almost
first.
went a little bit too far in front, a little bit too quick. Player was able to dodge away. Do they
Yeah,
walk
the first
back out into mid?
first
They're gonna
pronunciation was
walk back
close,
out
but
into mid,
part
look to
chat I
break
got
this kill turret.
flamed for
BBL realize if they can
the
break
first
this kill turret,
pronunciation.
it paralyzes Team Liquid.
In
Team Liquid
England we
not
say
getting proactive
Leviathan.
in the early rounds, it means they don't
So
have
I'm gonna say
control over space in
Leviathan
mid, so once
because
that
unfortunately,
info
even though that
down,
sounds
there's
awful
a
to me,
giant question
at least I won't
in the
get
center of the
flamed.
map, and it forces Team Liquid to act.
And remember the big picture. BBL, they always put a priority on that mid control.
I honestly don't know like
what
what the I don't know what the problem is with the non-English way I say it.
Felipe's fault line comes back up in 2 seconds. And then if you try to
It's
run
spelled
out
differently,
into
sure,
C,
but we don't say
it's not
like
looking good for you,
guys.
especially with this
When
crossfire.
German people say
There's Team
Joseph,
Liquid
they say
heading now.
Joseph.
They entrench
That
the
doesn't
start,
mean
they go
English
back
people
towards
say
A. We saw
Joseph
this
if
on
you're
Ascent.
German and your name is
We saw it on the
Joseph.
pistol round.
Like,
Team Liquid love to leave Bastarda on
it's
her
a
own,
Leviathan.
and they're gonna
A
come back into
Leviathan
her,
isn't
but
a
BBL
creature, right?
have not
Why
flinched,
would
Katie.
we change
Haven't
the
budged.
Spanish
3
pronunciation?
players still holding on C.
Vanya goes back into the jump peak. She's gonna see someone very soon, and the fault line's gonna cut them all.
I wouldn't say those.
This position is so big
Guys,
for
let's
Alkia.
be real.
She cuts off the jet of Bastarda.
25 seconds.
Where do they go now?
They're going into mid.
That's why I
Issa
did try
has
and
this
say it
space,
the
But
right
they
way,
lost.
but I
She's
do
spotted
think
already. But can she wrap around the world? Can she find wins? Because
stop colonizing their language.
She's
Shut
ahead
up.
of the Viper. She's calling this is safe.
Bro, we have different ways of saying
It's all a trap.
words.
She's blinded though. Great paranoia.
I don't get
They're
mad
from
when
Team Liquid.
Swedish
They have
people
the
call me
spike down.
Jacob.
Felipe's gonna try and flood in. They want to fight for this one. Daiki gets it down. Bizarra alone. She's found a kill already. 1v1. Where is Bizarra gone?
Bro, I'm the
It's a
opposite.
question in Eva's
It's
head.
the
Tap on
opposite.
the spike. Only 65 HP.
Wide swing?
She knows
Shallow
it's not
swing?
half.
Ice cold.
Eva has to hold this. She has to at least get half, and Bizarra knows the timing is there on the
That was nice
swing
by
and
Bizarra.
through the wall.
Swinging on the half. Nice.
Bizarra's got it.
Bizarra hardly bats an eye. She gave the time for a full stick. She said, nah, you're gonna want to take the fight. And she just plays on that edge perfectly. It starts out with a great setup from BBL. It looks almost unbeatable, especially once Wen's tucked up in that corner. But the paranoia almost accidentally hits her.
Yeah, to
trying
be fair,
flood
yeah,
out
it's
and
not-
blind C-Link.
Joseph.
And Bizarra in the clutch. These
I don't know.
players are just unbeatable in clutch
I don't
time.
know. To be fair, you gotta give me
The
credit. I
Luke
did
Hound
try,
synergy as
but
well.
if I'm saying
has
it wrong,
been
I'm not gonna
wild.
just keep saying it the
Off
wrong
up
way.
for Alkia.
Every
She's walking
English-speaking
down
person
C-Long. That
says
means her teammates can go towards
Leviathan
A.
because it's literally
Alkia doesn't believe in the A site. That's up to the rest of BBL. Drone spots out.
it's a
Jet
word we
on the other
both
side.
use. You know?
How much damage gets done? No. Shanks it right into the front of the wall.
And the Omen teleports away. BBL 3 on A site.
But with the space Alkia has, they're
This is
able
nice.
to stack into A, and they're fighting forward. They're re-clearing space into short.
I have liked how
Trade
BBL
will be here instantly.
approached
Team
defense
Liquid space
in
is
this
looking a
VOD.
bit stronger.
The last time
They
I
know
watched
this
him, I
is gonna
wasn't
be an A hit. That
impressed,
forward
but
C
I do
line
like
allows it.
the
The
defense
short
here. I
fight
think has been
and
quite
this
good.
mid lurk is what matters. There's no utility
Is
on
there
the
a-
B site, so it's possible for
Why is there no
Bizarra to creep
util?
on in.
Here comes the reclear. Flash over the top. BBL back into long. Bastarda tucks tail and gets forward, in fact.
What?
a call from her. 2 angles to fight from. But it's Eva instead.
so
She actually
confused.
picks off 2, and that regains control for BBL.
Wen's
Team
on the
Liquid,
flank.
they're making another call, but look at this Killjoy. She's gotten ahead.
But they heard it. They heard that. They have the call coming in, so Daiki clears it out. The communication from Bizarra is perfect.
How did
Bizarra now
Bizarra
onto the B
hear
site.
it?
The spike will come back to
so
her.
confused.
Here comes
by this
Alkia
one.
into C-Link, gets a tag on Bizarra, but Bizarra lives. Same pivot, we're into B.
The dots
Viper's
on the
pit
screen are
post plant.
driving you nuts.
Spike
What
planted.
dots?
The op completely isolated. Seekers pose a problem. But Ava finds an opener from A-Link.
Still the pit is up. And Bizarra has a wild angle, 1-4-1. Eva's on for the ace.
Ah, I just did. I'm
But
sorry.
Ace is on for the clutch! And it's Felipa instead. Spins around,
Oh, these
wins
dots?
the round.
I'm sorry.
Finally,
I can't remember
goes
what the button
BBL's
is.
way
Sliggy made me
at the
change
bitter end.
hotkeys, and I can't
Just
remember
barely.
what.
Felipa also recovering
Shift
the
2.
operator.
How many
Shift
1v1s
2.
went the way of Team Liquid? How many clutches?
How do I delete the
Finally,
whole screen though?
Felipa has hers. That's
Shift
what they
3.
needed.
It's a constant
Okay.
coin flip at the end. These players
Sorry.
are so good. And honestly, I thought this call was enough. With the space gathered in mid from Bizarra,
Yeah, it looked like a
the
great
knowledge
round for
of the
BBL. I
flank
was very
incoming,
confused
and then rotating back into her.
when they
Gonna
pushed
do it.
C-Long.
But no, at the end, it is Ava to open up with
I was
the
confused
4K.
why then we had the space.
Absolutely
Why we then
fantastic.
decided to push out. We pushed down here
Timeout for Team
and had
Liquid.
this line here.
This seems like the first time this
Why
series
did we
we've seen
then
them on
push
the back
out
foot.
A? Like, we I guess we tried
What
to
are they
isolate the
thinking in
split
this
coming in, but
They're not aware of the C walk-up with the
It's a
operator
bit
last
weird.
round. They can imagine the op was on C because of how
thought
the round
Survive
ended
Point
up
Haven
playing
is
out.
obviously
I
quite
also
strong.
believe that Bizarra was using one of her own mollies to break the Killjoy alarm bot on B. That's how she was able to get up there in the first place. And something they can maybe
yeah, Sliggy's
fight
participating in a
for again.
table tournament in
If they don't think the op
Dusseldorf.
is
He
playing on B or looking outside
he's
of
not
the
as good as
garage,
Eamon or
they want to,
Yampi,
challenge for some space early on. Now that
but
BBL's pivot
for
was
some
to
reason he
actually
thought
stack over towards A.
he'd win the one
Players
in
other than the
Dusseldorf.
Jet. Something tells me.
I've heard Yampi and Eamon are a bit demons on
She loves going
table
for those
tennis.
early fights. She wins them a lot of the time.
Really, the question is, do they give a paranoia?
No
for
one's
her
as good as
something, or
Eamon.
does she
It
just
doesn't
go back
surprise
over to
me.
the
Eamon's
C
very
site?
competitive.
Because she wasn't seen over there. No real harm.
He's a
in doing
competitive
that.
guy. I don't know if you guys have heard stories, but
For a
he
fact,
used to work
BBL set up
CS,
maybe to
and like
get her a little
apparently,
bit of a
he
trap
used
to
to
and
try
finish
and
this lurk. I
with
think
the
BBL
when
are
the
aware of what
he
Bizarre
like
did.
would
Maybe
challenge
not precisely in the
players
last
to
round.
running,
Money not great,
but
that's
he
for
said
sure,
he'd
for
run
Gino.
backwards
It
and they
has
got to
been
run
2 rounds in a
forwards,
row
and
where
who could win in a
Bizarre has been
race.
the cancel option.
And I think he
It is
tried
either
to.
one
I
or
think he.
almost
I
won the
think
round
he
for
was
TL.
trying to get Shui
Yeah,
2K
Team
to
TL is
run
gonna
against
scale up
him.
behind the wall. They can
I
bring
think
it
he
now
beat it running
and take that
backwards.
fight into short.
Kind of funny.
Wins is going on a walk here. Tucks into the close corner, plays off her own turret contact, and there's a stun to hell. Great setup
I think
by
he
BBL.
also
That's
broke his
kinda
arm
nasty right
recently
there.
trying to do it as well, though.
Love that call at the
I think
timeout.
he broke his
Always
arm not
expect
so
them to
long
have a trap
ago.
ready.
Yeah, especially just
'Cause he
firing
is
up
an
some of those
idiot.
orbs. Felipa, Ava, the two
Nice.
players you
It
really
was nice.
want to get cooking here on
Pretty
Eco.
standard idea.
That's exactly
Got
what
the
you want.
turret.
Just one off now.
Done.
And now that Hunter's
Idea.
Fury active for round 11.
I'm quite liking
He
BBL's
doesn't really need this
defense
last kill.
Yeah,
in
that
this
would be a little
game.
bit greedy, so
I like it more than a lot more than when I last
If
watched.
she had the chance, she was definitely going to shoot that.
You need to.
Give her the benefit of the doubt.
I like
Vanya
the
with flawless.
activity.
Finally, a round for BBL that is not just one, but clean.
I actually really like the tempo shift from BBL. Well, now that they've got the operator in hand, it's been a lot more of like trap ideas around the Killjoy and Breach utility. I almost think that this is where I'd like to see them get quicker and, you know, chuck the operator.
Since
over
Pokemon
towards
is one of your
Wentz.
minions, what are your
Then her
thoughts on the
hands
cookie
get Alkia
situation?
zooming on up there when you wouldn't expect that, but maybe
I
looking to
literally
save that
couldn't
for the
give
next
a
round.
fuck.
Instead, Alkia, for the first time ever, looking down short. She might just tank out the wall on short because they know about the walk-up from the last round.
I don't
Swarm
know.
keeps her at bay for the moment.
It's not that big a deal.
Stack towards B from BBL.
BBL with the hard read on this one.
Anything that
If
girl
this
does is gonna
sees
be
a player,
news.
that'll push
So I do feel sorry for her
all
in
those
that
players over
respect.
into this B site.
And TL is making noise in mid. do they
But at
wanna
the same
compete?
time,
Garage. You go into
anytime
garage,
you
Vanya's
commit to
waiting.
any kind of moral
She's gonna have to
stance, you
teleport away
set
and
yourself up
this
for
finds her
failure.
teammates to wrap
Unfortunately.
all the way around and punish Bizarra, but Bizarra unpunishable, it would appear. She finds two.
Again, like
her
the
triples, and
proactivity.
Felipe
Again,
ranks in
BBL,
the
like I'm
shot
liking
just
it.
in the nick of time.
Look at the A site though.
BBL
Georgina
playing
is
a
getting
like extreme. Like
active.
the difference between
Long was
BBL,
left open,
Haven,
and Alkia thinks she's held this down.
this game versus the game
How far
I
does Georgina
watched
want to
is-
go?
Remember
I
that
think-
op in short.
Yeah, walk
Like,
back
I
into
call them
short.
one of the
She
best
clears this
Haven
off
teams in
before the
GC,
fight comes in.
which
She
was
has to go now, but she doesn't give it to her team. The shot misses.
Alkia's
and then
in
I
trouble.
call them one of the
Georgina's
worst
got so
Haven
far,
macro
and she's
teams of the
holding
old
this
ones.
angle. Takes her down. Rolling Thunder available for Felipa. They can flood it back in. Here comes the ult.
30
And
seconds
here
left.
goes Vanya.
Georgina stalls, and the teleport
Vanya.
comes in. A fully blinded Vanya. Georgina gets that.
Spike planted.
70 HP. And a
You're
1v3.
broke. If you're a broke boy, just say so. I am jobless,
Team Liquid have
technically.
every angle held.
Oh.
Felipa. Well, she can spin
Thank
around
you,
quick.
Mr. Monster,
She can't
for
find Bastarda.
gifting Mari sub
Last round
slug
in
club
the half.
arrays in the
Tooth and
chat,
nail.
please.
But really, it's Georgina taking that aggressive step up into A. The timing was there. Alkia had a shot. That whiff could end up haunting her. That one not coming in. Because
Slug
after
club
all of
arrays.
this mid-fight, that was the difference, right? Are we able to flush out that operator that was posted into A, that solo presence? Not that time around. So, we head into the next round, the final round out of the half. This is the tempo change for BBL. Alkia's going to step out into mid. We're going to fight very early on.
All I'm saying is
Once
Pokemon
again.
should give me some of that money.
Hunter's
Like
Fury
the
a part of play this
sub
time,
to my
and
stream
Georgina
isn't
needs a
enough.
tag. She'll be
I
able to
think she
tag
should
that
give
one,
me
but
more.
she's so far up, they never expect
Ooh,
Alkia
another
in
push.
their spawn. One kill found, she'll try and dash away, but Bastarda is there with the trade. And
The
it
push is
resets
always the
into a
actual just like
4v4.
solo
Echoes
pushes
of
don't seem
Fnatic
to
with
work.
the Hunter's Fury. And Alkia zooming
Thank
up
you,
into
Mr.
window.
Monster again.
Where does TL go now? They have a
Fitch
plan
29
touchdown
and
short.
Rattan
If
Kane
they ever have
for
to
the 3
rotate
months in a
back
row.
in to see it's over
Let's
with how
get those
far
slug
up
club
Wentz
arrays
is.
in the
They
chat.
need to win out. They need to deal with Ava.
Are those
Never
the two
wants
coaches?
info.
I believe so.
She'll swing towards
I
long.
don't
Choice
know
blood.
BBL's
Finds one, can't
coaches
get the shot
though.
in time, but now this player in short might be activated.
She's gonna go back.
I know,
into
for
Vanya
instance,
sticks
that,
the ultimate into spawn. She has a potential flank on the way, but up and over and down.
This
Ava gets
spot's
the
so
opener.
good, man.
Can she get more? Blinded off the line, a dart to work with, but she just wants to stay alive. In the corner, she
So
somehow
good.
finds another. The miracle they needed, but Team Liquid is back. Daiki got too far forward. Here comes that flank.
Vanya is up here.
Bro, I can't
quickly.
use the Phantom to save my life.
Daiki has a flash
Vanya.
to try and scout behind them.
But does he check the right side?
Killjoy needs to make
Moves
noise.
towards
Just
long.
make a little bit of
Cautious
noise right now.
this, but ease the timing
Nice.
there. No. Vanya for the first. Georgina
Georgina's
on the
playing
other
this well.
side. She's walking towards Spark. She's isolated the
Vanya,
fight.
man.
Picks right. And an ult available. Can she get out in time?
She's out.
Too long she goes. Wenz is sticking. She's holding. And
Georgina doesn't lose
is
clutches, it
shooting.
seems. It's incredible.
Another moment for her.
Georgina simply cannot lose in the Red Bull
I
clutch.
don't think I've seen
Topping
Georgina
the charts
lose a
with
clutch.
15 kills.
Get the parents' cam back up.
And in front of her home crowd, with her parents here in attendance, she just keeps winning.
What is...
The plot armor of Team Liquid after falling to the lower bracket, and in every single moment in the late round, it is Georgina. The 1 versus 2 there, the reposition, and going for the peak. Wenz could have been there with the rifle. She didn't care. Blows a kiss of death into the face of BBL.
We've seen that many times. Team Liquid up 7-5 as we head to the analyst desk.
And the score is now 7-5 in favor of Team Liquid, and there were a lot of great moments. The atmosphere, I think, of the game has also changed quite a bit. BBL is definitely striking back, but for Team Liquid, this is looking really good, especially since Georgina seems to be popping off, and it is time right now for our hyper.
Okay, so am I saying
moment.
Georgina
We
wrong?
have to give this one, Sapphire, to
Is it
Georgina.
like...
Yeah,
I don't want to
this
say
was
it because it sounds
insane.
bad
so
in English,
she
but...
was able to get this
Is it
plant
soft
while
J?
the start is on the other side, kind of lurking C and gets a master flank, and we thought, okay, maybe the flank is going to come through. No, it fell apart, but Georgina holds strong, and that transfer is nuts.
It's the
That
same
just
as
set
Georgina.
the
It's the
tone
same.
She can't believe
We
it
can't
either.
even believe it. It's wild. So that set the tone for the rest of the map, and she was doing so many things, and we just saw that. her
Okay,
to
bad
close
one-
it
bad
out,
one to
too, with
pick.
Another insane round.
Yeah, she
I
was
just don't think you
popping
can
off.
logically,
She's definitely having a crazy
consistently
map. But some good,
use same
some bright sides from
pronunciations
BBL is they did actually change their game plan. They had a lot of KJ towards
for
C,
everything.
or towards A, sorry. Whereas in the previous series versus Shopify, they had KJ towards A. So I think
And
they
you can call me a,
figured out, like, hey,
a colonialist
KJ
all
on
you
this
want.
side of the
I
map.
think you
we
run
can
into
shut
some
down this
problems.
Viper wall aggression. We can do traps off of it. We saw the breach stun off the turret. We saw the short setup that they had with the three stack, and it was just beautiful. And I like the way that they were playing aggressive. They weren't scared of these fights, and the Jet was floating a lot.
Yeah, that's what Jet does.
Yeah.
But yeah, the atmosphere is definitely different from BBL, right? They are ready to take this
Man, I was
aggression
super impressed
to
with
Team
BBL's
Liquid. So let's
defense
see
there. I think they had some
how
good
the
ideas.
second half will fall as we get it underway. Back
Who
over
won
to our
pistol?
casters.
If BBL won pistol, then maybe I'm coping.
BBL fighting for
No, Team Liquid won
survival
pistol,
here
so
at
I'm not
GCC
coping too hard.
in the second half of Haven.
It is a long road ahead for BBL to win out here in the second half. To win on a map 3, and
Weird
after that,
wall.
2 BO3s awaiting tomorrow, BO5 on Championship Day.
This
BBL
wall
working
usually
their
means
way
the
up into
Viper's
B,
like
but
over this side of the map
aggressive
somewhere.
wall from Team Liquid. Lots of stall on hand.
Here, Longbot will activate it, but it's broken, and Alkia is passed. Does she go
Paranoia,
too
too.
far? No. Patience from the Jet.
Crazy how far Alkia's gotten up into the site here. Isa's here though, and takes them
Just
down.
flood
Team
in.
Liquid are flooding onto the site, and BBL simply aren't ready for it. It's ring around the Rosie, and they're going over into C. Link C is open.
They've got the site. They'll have the plant, but look at Team Liquid. They have a pinch into Garage. Georgina has been working her way around, and I think she might have just spotted
It's
a bit of Eva.
Georgina.
She'll
You,
retreat.
you just said
Liquid still
Georgina.
have this wall to play with. Wenz
I'm
playing
saying
behind
Georgina.
it for now in the post plan. It's gonna be that fight back site that means everything for BBL.
They can pop through this smoke with the Sky Flash. How many will it catch? Or is it the dog instead? Like he's ready on it. Does she see them both? Spots one, the second unknown. They work their way out from Garage. Eva spotted, but finds a shot. It is perfection from these BDL members.
Nice by BBL.
The
Good
HP doesn't
crossfire.
matter. They're all low,
That's
but they
crossfire.
only hit heads.
The O has a
critical
close sound.
pistol round for the
How-
Turkish squad.
How
I
good
don't
has
even know
Eva
what that
been today?
means.
My word,
Like,
even
I'm
at the
English,
end
I don't
on
need to think
Ascent,
about that
she
stuff.
was always the one in those
has
1v3s,
a
1v4s that
closed
brought
O.
it down to the
I don't
1v1
know.
at the end. 15 kills of
Kinda like
matching Georgina on
JHO.
the other side.
I don't know
It's
what
actually
that is
scary
either.
how good of a
Cho.
match these players, these
Cho.
teams are to one another.
And now the biggest question as we develop into this half is how does BBL deal with this
Just
fight?
say Georgina.
Yeah, that's it, right? When you're playing the exec comp versus the stall comp, you need to be able to either prove you can overwhelm on those site hits and beat out that flood utility, or you have to bait out utility early on.
If there was a team to just overwhelm, though, it would be BBL.
You overwhelm the pistols, that's for sure.
Yeah. They're straight into the C site.
Nice.
And, okay. Bit of a lucky shot for Alkia, but she'll take that one home. Still, Team Liquid feeling damage. You see, even in this eco round, the Viper Wall still lets them get these really, really tricky to deal with angles when anchoring a site.
There's no
Line is
R
real
in the name.
blurry between
Like,
Rocket and Game Sense.
There's no R in
That,
his name.
as it often is, Alkia gets the 3K.
Bit of both.
Like,
Bit of
do
both.
you have R's in
It's
Portuguese?
dead even.
How does that work?
I actually can't believe it. I wonder. I would love to see a buy from BBL. I know it's a bit risky, but they could go. I mean, they're the heavy armor team. They would never go for. They would never give up their chance for a bonus on this one. So we'll just be pistols.
Georgina. So it's not Georgina. Georgina.
Still, they have a few SMGs, a Bulldog to work with in this round.
And Team Liquid
I am
forward
fluent in
Viper Wall
Portuguese.
once again. So this does give you the stall on B or forward garage as well.
I dare you apply. I'm
Less
not.
useful for Flood retaking onto C. They're not really playing with it. BBL just getting shot out of the window from Bizarra.
Beautiful start. Georgina fully re-clears garage. They head towards B on the side of BBL. But this dog, very well timed. They know no one's in yet. And BBL themselves gonna find a new option.
Not much
To be fair,
scouting
the C
utility
split
left
isn't
for
going to
Team
be
Liquid.
too hard
That's when
against
things
this
start to
wall.
get spooky.
I don't love this wall.
Alarm bot is down. At least
Also,
they have
they
the
played
turret, but
1A,
that volley will
so-
come in to try and shred the toes away from Timmy. He's out of there.
So turret gone. They
I felt like
finish
you can
towards
bait
C
this
now.
wall out
With this
pretty
deep
easy and then
wall,
just
it
exit
threatens
after.
someone walking up close, but once they're past it, C site's wide open.
Because Team Liquid only have the Sky Flash for info, that's why they're grouping together. They're playing buddy system. They don't
This
want
is
to
a
hand
good
over
mid
rifles. They
round.
have the forward line on
The
A.
thing is, C's so easy to retake. And then we see proactivity.
Step
Nice
out into mid.
proactivity
They see
from
nobody's home. The C hit is definitely
Yeah.
on the way.
It'll be a set retake. But BBL want an advantage. Eva into the smoke towards garage.
Georgina will go for the flank. The re-clear in for BBL.
Here comes Paranoia. Bizarra to hold. Great
planted.
work from her. Isolates the angle onto one, and Wentz
Oh.
somehow still
That
wins
was
that with the
nice.
Spectre, and they're going to get away with this one too. Back into the site.
Don't go
Wait
into
for
that.
Georgina, though, all the way down long. Will they flood into the site? Bizarra finds 3. The kills are there. It's a 4K for Bizarra. When's the sole survivor?
I think
and
when
Daiki
Wen's
finishes
put this
the
alarm
job.
up back down, we
A
should just be
clean retake
refocusing our efforts to see
from Team Liquid.
There was some nice
I
stuff happening in
love
that round.
how
Lots of
they take
nice
their
stuff
time
that
in that
round.
round. They're excellent at it, even when they're under pressure.
Lots of stuff
even
to
when
break
they're in
down.
a big game like this, Daiki will always take her time. And that's great against a team like BBL who gets
Putting
so
Z's
proactive
would
in
make
these mid-rounds.
many other
Exactly.
breakdown.
That's
Yeah,
the difference in how
yeah.
these teams call. BBL will continue
Yeah.
to look to
I mean, the
seek you out,
Spanish,
hunt
like,
you, fight
the
you
French,
over
like,
and over again.
the
Team
Spanish,
Liquid
like, rolling tongue
will play
and the
numbers
French,
game.
like,
Will play
huh
buddy
sound,
system,
huh.
will strangle
can't
you
do it
out
this
of
way.
rounds once they have an advantage. Now get ready. A lobby is about to get explosive here at round start.
Is Bastarda going to fight down short?
But the language
She's
is
with
Portuguese,
Georgina.
right?
Paranoia
They
is
speak
ready,
Portuguese,
but
not
Georgina's
Brazilian.
gone. And where's Bastarda? She was always tucked further back. Can't trade her teammate.
BBL freezing
Or is
now,
that-
taking
is
a
that
play out of Team
controversial?
Liquid's book
I
and
don't know.
walking back into mid, expecting the pull of that kill, making the B player fall off, but there's 2 players double stall waiting for TL.
But
Like,
there's
I don't
no
want
kill
Americans
Molly.
getting an
So
American
whoever
flag
decides
for speaking
Bizarra tries
English.
to flood in and loses her life. That's a critical member. Issa gonna try and take her own chance at doing it alone.
But that's just the colonial
She's
mini
not
coming
gonna
out
really
again, I
find
guess.
success either just yet. Daiki has at least gotten something for them.
This round's a bit cooked for Team Liquid.
A 2v4.
Yeah, Sliggy's in my
both players
basement.
spotted.
So we saw
Ben's held the flank for so long, they're
some
not
A
worried
pressure
about anything
immediately
going
into a
down.
B exec. I quite
Buddy
like
system for
quite nice
BBL.
idea. And we
Fault
now
lines
see this
continue to stall
wall
away,
switch.
eat up seconds from the clock.
This wall I think is a lot better than this
The
wall.
pivot works. BBL forced Team Liquid to save.
Very nicely done.
Like you can't really
BBL had
once
a
you
bit of a
bait
neutral
it out
combo
here,
to blow
you
up
still
short
gotta
there.
go through
Ava's
it
dart lands, pings out
so many
Georgina, and
times.
off of that Philippa. A lot of times you'd see the breach just instantly use the stun down long to make sure someone can't post
You could
on that
kind of
line.
creep up
This time
long, I
though,
guess,
Philippa
but
holding on to that off the dart contact,
still kinda
slams that down, makes that opening duel very easy for Alkia to win. And that's what BBL need, right? You know, in the gunfights,
Sliggy
it's
light.
always slightly advanced,
Bro.
right? They're always happy to go into that. Nothing
Sliggy light. That's the
Against
biggest
TL, you're
insight I got
matched blow
so
for blow,
far.
shot for shot. That's the utility has to be there, and great to see from BBL in that round.
The question for BBL is always, how can they harness the skill, the raw potential these players have? Can they make the right calls on top of it?
Eco Sliggy, come on guys. Come on, be real with yourselves. Let's be real.
Not just in EMEA, but everywhere. They shoot so well.
It's like Phantom and Vandal.
It's been
That's more
adding
like
layers
it.
to the strategic game, adding
Or
depth
Classic
in the
versus
mid-rounding for
Odin.
them. It's been the challenge. That's what we're starting to see.
Team Liquid's got it too, though.
Has
With Daiki lost
Diva
on the
got
other
this
side.
pick? She just
Georgina
spammed
might
through
go
the
for
wall.
something of her own.
I think that was just counter spam through the window of mid. Georgina
Counter
needs to
spam.
look for something. BBL are holding
What's
for
going
it.
on? Why BBL just
And
dismounting
this is
them?
what happens when you let BBL just take duels. When you walk into them in the mid-round, when you give them those opportunities, they will
don't
pick
really
you
like
apart.
Contact
TL
BBL
is
is a
up.
death sentence. And yet when you lose players, that's almost what you need to do. You need to take risks, and that was what
Watch
we're seeing.
Killjoy kill everyone
Bastarda
now.
is on deep on the flank, coming in
Never
very
mind,
quickly,
see ya.
but her teammates
Told
are
you.
falling
Told you it's
before
bad.
she can really
She
get
lost,
in
therefore
position
it's
to
bad.
matter.
Wens,
Hello.
that info.
Spike planted.
Does Bastarda shoot? No.
She wants to go as far back as she can so she can get a second on sight. And she can!
Beautiful shots by Bastarda. She is so precise. And now suddenly this is winnable, but not for long. Alkia takes down one.
Isa's not like Isa was
and she
completely
knows
destroying
it's
them last
over.
game,
Eva on
and
the
I think
hunt,
that because she's struggling a little bit, you can
and she
feel
succeeds.
feel
crispiness.
her not like
A bit disturbing at times there.
she doesn't look as
Bastarda on the
confident
flank.
in the shots
But
anymore.
BBL put together a fantastic round. Again, you don't want to walk into them. And what is this buy for Team Liquid now? No, it's actually just going to be a half. Could have had a hero rifle if they wanted. Bastarda, 2 orbs off the knives, not nearly
Ooh,
quick
that
enough.
was nasty. It
to
wasn't
make
even
that
counter
one
spam,
count.
that's just spam.
Spike planted.
And it looks like a bit of a highlight reel for Bastarda.
Yeah, timeout. We need a timeout.
BBL were so clean at
The issue
start.
that I have
So
though is
engagements
that
you can afford to have a minor slip up. Bastarda definitely slipped the net on that one.
a lot of the
Very
stuff they're
quick on
doing
the
is
flank.
just, I think,
Pause here for Team Liquid.
not as good macro, which means that
I think a big
I don't know what
priority has to
adjustment
be
you make
put
if your macro is
on
not looking
not
great.
giving away these opening duels, because their comp thrives when they're playing
Like,
on
if you
on the
practice with
site.
this
When
macro,
their
you thought
stall
it was
utility
good.
can shut down these hard executes. When they force BBL to
I'm
fight
not
into
sure
them.
what you
It's a
actually
difficult
adjust.
balance to find because you're absolutely right. You want to play back, you want to stall as much as you can. You also need to show some threat so that BBL can't easily scale up forward onto the site. So I think they've done that now, right? You've shown that you're willing to fight early. BBL are going to respect that. Now tempo change, play a little bit deeper. Maybe they get funky on the pistol round. That's definitely an option. But locking down those tight chokes and using your utility to stall out as BBL are trying that exec, that's exactly the right mindset.
BBL getting really close to some critical ultimates. This round, a big priority is going to be farming those up, building those tools to get momentum.
That was by Zera's
I
mom.
want to see Team Liquid, if they're going to put together something in the mid-round here. Pistol rounds, usually you see either you're all bunkering down on a site together or maybe you're doing some kind of blitz play at the start. Mid-round is where you can punish teams even with the rifles on those reclears. Might not be possible if
Sua's
BBL
fake.
expedite things, and you use this dog very early seeing too, but that's going to be bad information. They see the Killjoy and the Jat.
I don't
that
understand
tells
why
you
we're playing
no lurk,
Killjoy
no
A
entry,
here.
or both lurk and entry are there. That hints that maybe 5 players are on the way. BBL faking it over towards C.
Ult into the backlines of C is cancelled. Suspicions now arising when they see that drone.
A very complicated round
forthcoming
coming up from BBL.
There's no chance for Issa to get out of that corner. BBL doesn't even have to commit off this, but with the players in garage now, they'll take their chance. Bastarda finds one, but the trade is instant out of BBL, and they know that more players are lurking on this site. Alkia just
player
updrafting
standing.
above, breaking the
Very complicated
crosshairs,
round.
Right here.
and taking the frags.
Spike planted.
Maybe gets the
Revealing
spike
area.
plant as well. Just a Spectre. Maybe some rifles to be picked up on back site, but the way BBL is set up with 2 down long, utility as well, and Wens to punish out.
Are they intentionally being scanned, or am I imagining things? You're
I
imagining
hate to say
things.
it can't happen, but it can't happen.
Surely not.
You have to walk at them.
Bro, just watch Boaster
That's the only
play
way
and
to
you'll
get
see the same
something
thing.
And she's spotted. Swing is instant. Felipe takes care of it.
My man can't kill
BBL.
recons to save his life.
Double digits here on Haven.
Really having a bit of a second life here in the second half. But now, the next layer, the next challenge, Bastarda, operator in hand. And I think she might
Oh,
get
God.
aggressive with that outside of B, maybe into mid. Catch BBL before
This
they
is
get
the
set up
little
for a
inefficiency
fight.
though.
That's what you
That
wanna
flash
do.
there,
By her standards, it has been a
I
rough
think you
game
need to wait a
for
little bit to
Bastarda
use the
thus
flash.
far.
It's a good flash to like stop them peeking.
In her
but
defense, Bazera's been stealing all the glory.
I
That's
like my
true.
flashes
Bazera's been
to
finding all the openers somehow on
use for
Killjoy, and
kills.
Eugene has been closing out every single round. But you're right. Bastarda,
playing Killjoy A
same.
like
She's
every
actually
round.
looking to
He's
take
not.
that window fight from way deep back on
Okay, we're
B.
playing retake now.
But that means she won't see the
But-
walk-up. Lens is
Can't
Killjoy.
really play retake because these
Only
server
see
are.
into window. You don't see into the walkthrough
I'm
mid.
just playing Killjoy A. Like I don't
And BBL, if they take garage control,
don't really
use
love
that
Killjoy A in
dagger
this.
out into sight. Now they know someone's back plat. It's a really tough position to play versus the breach. You get stunned up, you get flushed out with utility. Omen about the only agent that can do it with the teleport to dodge in and
And
around.
they're not really sure if this. They're not really
Viper
sure
off
here
this
at all
time.
if they should be
It's
playing.
flood back
like,
into C, but
Daiki's
the
gone
priority's
in
on
and
to
out
Startup.
of
Here's where
A
that op
like
comes
3
online, and
times.
she's
Not sure.
completely blinded. Finds nothing off her shot. Will reaggress, and she's blind again. Forced to dash away. Isa wanted to flood in to help her
I feel
Jet,
bad for
but she's
Isa,
down.
man.
Thankfully for TL,
They're all
there's a
coming
trade,
through.
and they're already out into the site, but starting to pop blades into this one. That is damn confident out of her.
Not a second wasted for Team Liquid on the retake with the
Here comes
rolling
the ult.
thunder.
It's into the site. Do they push off of it? BBL need to get ahead of this lockdown, need to make the play, and Daiki gets to. Wen's alone, the spike on the other side, a lockdown in her face.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not
And
sure.
there's no world she can get this
I
done.
think the
Bestone's
Viper
got
should
the
generally
line,
be playing around here.
and Team Liquid, they've
But I'm
got
not
another
sure
round.
why
That is
Isis
ridiculous.
here.
I mean,
And I'm not
BBL,
going to blame
perfect
her
utility
because it
on
could be the
entry,
macro.
Don't have to worry about the jet up
But
whatsoever.
You just play
But Team
here and you
Liquid
spit
are
the
instantly
plant.
coming through smokes.
And
One
you just
player
play
drops,
here.
It doesn't stop
You don't
them in
need to
their
play
tracks.
here as
Georgina
Viper.
is there for the trade immediately.
In
The
my
rest of the
opinion.
players coming out of A-Link too.
I think
We'll
playing
see it
backside's
again
kinda
in this
into.
replay because you don't have a moment to breathe. The second the spike is planted, you're getting swarmed on both sides.
Their reactions are just so fast. Team's been together a long time. They're good in these moments. But look towards C. This round might be fast again from
It's not the
BBL.
worst idea, I guess. But you can't be stopped.
Second contact, as a matter of fact, takes
Yeah, nice trade by the starter.
She's gonna get stunned.
Ooh.
She has to dash away. Can she stick around for more? Can she take this risk? She wants to.
She
but
should have
Starda
tanked the.
needs to.
No,
But
yeah.
Wins just decimates her.
I
Somehow
thought she
wins
should
that
tank
fight
them all a
over
little
the
bit.
operator. And now BBL have an advantaged post plant.
In the post plant too. Ult
Advantage
on
post
Sova
plant
and
with
on the
2
Killjoy. They
ults.
can all fall to long. The smokes aren't even going to be there. Isa's smoke is so deep here on long.
You should run.
Team Liquid have to go fast because they are facing so much stall. I mean, a lockdown already committed.
Yeah, take the
Becky
molly back
is
to
gonna try and
spawn.
hold this one halfway.
You could wait a few
She
seconds
cannot get it done.
for the molly
BBL
to take a
swing
little
together.
bit. You make like
And
a
Isa
second
recovers
and a
the
half, and then you just tank.
Get
The
on
rest.
out of dodge. Vanya's on the hunt though. Waiting for it. There would be enough money to buy an operator in the next round. Daiki is a very wealthy individual for Team Liquid. So the hunt doesn't mean everything from BBL, but that does take BBL up to 11.
And that's a huge round to find.
I mean, you think about the fights they won getting in there. First, knocking down Georgina. Yes, they lost Alkia. The trade was there. It was a clever little setup, the high low, the late swing from the operator.
So
from
Viper
Team
ult
Liquid.
here. I'm wondering, like,
Wentz.
I quite like the Viper ult sewers, but the issue with that is that if
Just going
Ridiculous.
straight
the
into
attack
backside,
decides
that was
to
not supported with
Killjoy
utility.
ult,
She just took that fight. Didn't ask for any support. She didn't need it.
they could Killjoy
And
ult
that's
like
the
here
BBL
or here.
that took down all of EMEA. That's the BBL that didn't even need to take a beat. Now they do.
Like, Sticky
because they
likes
want
to
to
see
close
long.
this
With Mimi
Let's
Eye
get on
chilling,
board.
they look
I
really good.
think when Team Liquid have been playing deliberately
look good.
on the site,
The
that's
thing
when
though
they
is that their
push out
team, I do think they
utility,
lack
especially
a bit
without
of
the
firepower
passive
compared to
deep
last
wall
year.
on that C site. What they need to do is play almost
And I think that's the
inside the
reason why
smokes
Petra
BBL are going to throw
moved to
down.
Duelist,
And
to
once
be
you see
honest
the
with you.
fall line, the paranoia, you swing back in like that C hit when they're coming back
But
in quick.
Roxy,
We've seen other teams.
Roxy
like shots like
steps up
FCP's
at LAN
those
all the
flood
time, it
retakes
seems, and
so
so does
well with
Petra
this
and
comp.
Mimi. Like, we expect it
Can
from
Team
Petra
Liquid
and
do it
Mimi.
here?
That's exactly the way to do it. Ava was
But
looking
Roxy
for a
seems to
tag,
always
you
do
get
well
it,
at LAN.
you know the Hunter's Fury is
Well,
coming
the
to
second
follow.
LAN
What a
Roxy looks
default.
like good.
Are they gonna go for this? All Valkia wants to dive in. Hunter's Fury, Paranoia,
Bizarra
it
down.
actually catches Bizarra. And here's a shorty from Issa. Takes care of Valkia.
I kind of want Issa to win,
damage,
like
but it
do
doesn't
well,
quite
but I
kill
still want
BBL.
TL
Come
to
back,
lose
but
the
look
round.
at this Killjoy.
And look at the Jet too. Bastarda
Well,
is
this
going
is
to
big.
meet them all in spawn.
This is less right now.
3 players running into that operator. And that's 1 now for Bastarda. She falls back. Wentz has to find something.
Yeah, that's a
and she
less.
does.
That's
That is
less right
such a
there.
big kill. BBL,
That reminds me
second
of
pivot of the
less.
round. They go into B.
B is now open. All 3 players grouped from BBL. You can't say the same for Team Liquid. BBL, no. There's 2 players in C-Link, and the operator is isolated in A. You can't walk into the
It's an
office.
awkward post though.
Pause.
Plant ever A link, and
Team
we're not.
Liquid take their time on this retake,
Oh.
but they walk straight into Philippa.
Last player standing.
And Issa's down 2.
It's a lot
Bastarda
easier
only
retake
has it
when
up to
the
work with.
post plant when they just walk
This was
into your
the round
smokes.
they needed to keep them in haven. But it is slipping through Bastarda's fingers.
It's a good
She
plan.
knows it.
It's a good idea. It's just
Map
in this
point,
situation,
BBL.
I call it like pre-plant. Their
They are
pre-plant
not
idea
done
was
in
to go A
Brazil
link,
yet.
but then they kind of realized that they probably
Looking
shouldn't.
to hunt down that off. That cannot be recovered. Bastarda needs to take down these players. And look, if she holds on to this off, they're very much in the game.
Good
but
chase
Vanya
time by BBL.
delivers
It
the
looks a
final
bit
blow.
stupid, but it's good.
That is
Oh,
a big
12.
kill to
We got
close
3,
out as the smoke
3.
goes down.
3,
It's not just that there's no operator.
3,
There's a bulldog. There's a judge. It's not
tree.
perfect for TL.
It's a tree. It's a tree.
And what a call to make from BBL. Committing
3.
directly into that
3
Viper's
is
pit.
1 plus 1.
Punishing the players there.
1 plus 1
And
plus
then
1.
showing us some impeccable mid-round
The
decision
Trinity. It's
Yeah.
3.
Vanya and Philippa from backside on B, moving into ceiling so good.
How do I delete
But
this
now,
crap?
look at that.
How do I
Bastarda,
delete it?
Rifle in hand, no off. She wants to go quickly up into window. She has the pinch so fast onto BBL.
BBL set up for a take into A. They're getting stalled by
Instant
the
push
dog.
down.
The Jet is waiting
a
too,
1v1.
but Wentz just walks into her.
Big
And
pick.
Bastarda has a critical kill.
A critical kill.
BBL feel a bit trapped now. That alarm bot not meaning anything for them. There's no way to clear back behind them. It would be very, very difficult. Vanya might use the ultimate to do it, as a matter of fact.
That's info in mid.
To try and clear window and underneath. Very peculiar.
They used the drone up short, but it spots nothing.
Judge.
So 3
Judge.
players from Team Liquid, they're expecting the hit to come in. But Daiki has a flash cycle. If she uses that soon,
I
they
don't think
may
I
be
used
able
the
to
turret
rotate
here. I
back
think I
over
just put it here. If I'm
towards
judging
C-time.
Garage, I don't think you
Remember
need the
that
turret.
judge from Bizarra
Maybe the turret to
been
shoot off of
waiting
is good though. I don't know.
this entire round.
Yeah, I think it's good. I was a bit confused by
Garage.
the line bot not
Where's
being
she
B.
going? Where's she going?
She lost her opportunity. Falls back
What's that
to a
timing?
deeper angle. She's gonna get stunned. She needs something here. They've dashed past her. Which fight does she take? What does she find?
Okay,
Only
not bad
one.
considering.
Philippa trades. She has been so damn good this map. And she keeps it going.
The round will be decided by Daiki and Bastarda on the flank.
Oh, the flank.
It's coming quickly.
Spike
But they
planted.
are holding.
This is SMG style.
Brazilians' best
Aggressive A
duo.
into a flank.
What can they find? They see the sign of Philippa. That's one.
How much more? Vanya in the back
Yeah, she's
line.
betting off a
Plays some
turret, but I don't know if
pops
it's
for
necessary with
Bastarda.
the judge.
She's up and over the top.
It's a
Wants
little bit
nothing.
greedy, but it's fine.
Next flash for Daiki. That'll be the go sign for this execute. Issa pressuring from the other side, but Eva stepping up, finds one. It's all on her. And this has been her map. This has been her moment to keep her team alive, to
Okay.
avoid that
Big kill by Issa.
moment.
And TL are not done yet.
I kind of want Issa to
Issa
win that, but I
takes
still
it
want
up
TL to lose.
to 10. Wins in the 1v1 on just barely a sliver of health.
They're in it yet.
I don't know how many times I can say it, but every round is like this.
Why isn't
These
she
two
stalling?
teams
Wait, in a
are
1v1?
so
You can't
evenly
stall in a
matched. I mean,
1v1.
watch the replay. Look at that.
If that's what you mean.
Bastarda barely sees any of Wen's, but it's enough for the
How do you
kill.
stall?
And there you have it.
She had
Distraction
shock
coming
that, but that's
around
not
the corner.
stalling.
Ava,
You're
sure,
ultimately
she's been
gonna have to kill
fantastic,
her.
But BBL have been asking so much.
She
of her
should
today.
have played the shock that probably line. Like you play the shock that.
Two more. For Team
But
Liquid
still, it's a
to
bit
try and
awkward to
take
have your
over
shock
time.
that out in the middle
Damage.
garage. On a line that you've never had to shock that in your life.
Microwave setup on this B site. Haven't seen
Players
that
would
one.
always
Look
take,
at
like,
Bastarda. She's just
players
watched her
will
way
often
down.
take the
See,
easy
2
option in
rounds
those
in a row. She's just
situations.
taking a
Ones
walk
that don't
and finding
require,
the
like,
frag. That is her stage. She will
you know.
not let it go.
just don't
The
overthink.
second you look away, you're punished. I'm daydreaming, I don't see it. BBL are daydreaming.
Which
they
is
don't
why
see it.
what makes like
It's
that's
so
the kind of thing that makes the difference between like LAN players and not LAN players. The LAN players really know when to take like the easy option or
Retake
not.
setup on A.
But BBL, they don't take the moment there.
She's 1 HP.
Maybe they heard the footsteps. If they did, they think it could
Yeah,
be
but
bait.
guys, stalling means that
Either
you're
way,
gonna win the round from time.
waiting
She's
to creep
never
up here
winning the
with Rachel.
the round there with
Don't
time. I don't
imagine they'll
think.
use it here in the 3-on-5.
Like you can't stall.
Unless they can find a couple of
Like-
openers, unless it guarantees them the round win.
Like you could kind of force the time down, but you're not really gonna gain an advantage from stalling the
Daiki's
time.
only job is
You're
information.
ultimately just looking to
The
kill.
rotates will be far away. BBL will be
some
able to
way.
get a post plant if they can get past Daiki. And they can't for now. The leader finds one. She's just gonna keep fighting. Maybe a little too far. Fine.
Yeah, that's gonna a little bit much.
Yeah, you could delay the
Starter's
engagement,
gotten
but
up into heaven
ultimately,
now.
like,
Switches over to the Vandal.
Spike
you're
planted.
still gonna have to fight. She just chose to take
Has
the
to get
fight on an
aggressive out
angle
of
that was
short, has to
nicer.
find
It was a
something
better
to open it
angle
up
than
here.
going
Here
back
comes
to
the retake.
garage.
Paranoia. But they're stalled. The ult finds him, but long is clear. And
Stalling
Felipe
just
goes
means
down.
delaying
Gwen's in hell.
engagements.
Her
I mean,
HP
sure, but
is
then what's the
low,
point?
And Bastarda is there. She had a slow start to this game. But
She
is
she
stepping
could
up.
have used
does
she
not
could like
wanna
being
see
on
split.
because the opponent was on
She
low
just goes
HP. She could have
blitzing
used
down
shots.
long, gets
Like I
that
agree with
opener.
that.
And
But the
after
idea of
that, when
stalling
Team
is almost
Liquid are
irrelevant
allowed
to
to
me.
take a
I
breath,
don't think stalling
they do
matters.
not lose in those situations. Really good shots coming from the starter from heaven as well there.
So it's overtime or split.
One
24.
opportunity. One.
BBL cannot afford to
One.
let this slip.
The crowd are
One.
on their feet here in Sao Paulo. Team Liquid's families
One
cheering them on
times
in the
one.
audience.
One opportunity
Most
to
of
seize
BBL not
everything.
even here on the stage, and yet they have a chance for map number 3. BBL fighting for A control. Smoke down long, creeping up behind it. They haven't
BBL
activated
hands are
quickly enough
sweaty.
this ever, but
And
with
these
the
are
Rolling
weak.
Thunder they could.
Gina's
breaks the
knees are
turret in
weak
mid
from
and dips away.
resting them on the table.
BBL have that Rolling Thunder still.
Even so. Oh no, Wentz
Bastarda.
falls in mid. Another huge opener for Bastarda. She's awake.
The last 3 rounds, it has all been Bastarda. Can they complete the run? Can they make it to overtime? Alkiel on the top, Blade Storm whipping out. Issa is massive for that kill, and now this orb is important to keep the players
Did we
on
have
site
breach shot all
alive.
along and we've
She's
all died
avoided
before the
ultimate.
breach shot?
Bazera isn't stunned. Bazera is fighting, and she's got 2. Last one standing. Felipa is down. Team Liquid
Yeah, breach
are
shot
in
the entire
overtime.
time. Guys, come on.
A perfect hold there from Team Liquid.
Come on.
Staying their ground and taking us the distance. It's a Prime Gaming flawless round for them. And it comes off the back of BBL saving the Rolling Thunder. They didn't use it in the initial hit. Alkia could not get that opener. And it looked like it was completely BBL's game, right? They're up 12-9.
Con would
No,
never do that.
round
That's not
after
that's not the
round,
breach's
TL
decision to
fight
make.
back.
It's the
They
it's
battle
the
through.
it's
But while we
it's
just got
difficult
a
for me to
breather,
even blame the
don't forget
IGL.
BBL's
It's
pace. They go
have they
quick,
been
they go fast,
practicing
and they're going down
how
C
to
long
use
at
their
round
ults
start.
properly
No one
on
is
Haven.
here
Like
to receive them.
Actually walking
it's
at this
difficult
time,
to assign
looking
blame
for a
when you don't
deeper
know how the
play.
team runs.
Another layer in the playbook.
Like if I'm coaching the
To
team,
pull
I
it out
blame
in
myself. You know.
overtime. How far does she walk?
I don't think she stops. I think she keeps on going here. There's no alarm bot. There's no turret.
And they're heading her way. Alkia
The
has an
Zausa
opportunity,
situation was
and
different.
Issa,
Zausa was
surely she's not aware. Surely
Oh my god,
she
Issa's
doesn't win
putting
this.
it back,
is.
man.
She does, Mimi. She does it all. Wen's on the other side, trades out in mid. Spike spotted
Oh,
in
Wen,
mid.
why do you need to throw that molly?
4-on-3 now for
What
TL
does that
as
molly
they split
do?
into C.
But
Vanya
it is
just says I'm
Vanya,
Vanya.
The IGL, the smoker, the star player.
She goes
She's
long.
teleporting long. Paranoia. She's gonna fight for more. Can she get it? 1 kill already. Vanya goes for another. She'll double dip.
Nice,
She'll find another
Vanya.
chance, and she will take it.
Freeze. 5 players alive.
The molly didn't do
BBL
anything. It's just
completely
one of those
isolated.
habits players
Team
have where they
Liquid
pull
need
you
to hunt
to
down for a
and
kill. If
try
they
and
don't, they stick the plant, and BBL group 2 players
try to
along.
do something.
Taiki has a drone.
The idea was to make them stop getting the spike and to stop the choke on B, but it's
Eva
kind of
instead
pointless.
clearing the space, and Team Liquid want to fight through spawn. Philippa on the line, and she is down. That is another massive moment from Georgina. Can they close the round?
Last player standing.
Georgina hasn't lost one.
Only Georgina has to make magic again, and she's spotted, she's spamming, and she is dead. BBL, another map point.
Does he do it on OT? One chance. One.
Back and forth between
One
the two.
squared. 1 times 1.
Close it out, that's what BBL need. But Vanya, can you believe what she did outside Garage? The paranoia looking
Metallica.
right back into it. You'll see Philippa's fault line too.
Metallica song
coming in.
1.
The assist on that. BBL are playing so well together. But they struggled to close in regulation. Team Liquid. Bastardo woke up. Bastardo back on top with 22 kills.
Vanya was ready for aggression in mid. They have
Okay,
that
we're playing
space.
Viper backside B. It's just a waste to me.
But look at this clearance from Team
Big,
Liquid. They already
big
have a
waste
ton
to
of
me.
space towards A.
Both Jets just want to keep going on missions, want to look for those kills. BBL
Yeah,
are
we don't
not
want
committed
Gina
yet though.
playing.
Spike picked back up. From
This is a problem too. They've let Bastarda just free reign a lot, way too much. We need to make Bastarda not feel like she can take these angles. With Viper, it's easy. With Viper, you just put a wall there and you just say, well, fuck you. If you come here, like, it's just stupid. But we're not playing Viper, it's
Are they
kind of annoying.
headed back into Bastarda?
Uh,
They are.
and like,
Drone. They're
it-
thorough.
the best Jets in the world will like know how to play around these drones in a way that like means that like they can still get
Does she
picks.
go again?
Yes.
She's got the
Bastarda
dash.
kind of did okay,
It's not
but
even
She's got the
question, Mimi.
shot. She's always going for more. She's always looking for an opportunity.
And you say the same from Daiki too, creeping down short. BBL don't want to deal with any of that. They expect
Don't
the
go
rotations,
B.
but they're heading back in to the stall on B.
And look who's here. Well, it's the entire team of Team Liquid. And Issa
30
has
seconds
more
left.
mollies
Kind
on
of
top
Viper
of that.
on B
Next
with the
direction.
wall across
BBL never
B.
broke that turret. They're going to get stalled out, and Georgina is going to cut them down. Paranoia through. Another found. Georgina keeps
big
it
red
going.
in there.
And Wenzy's cut off towards long. Sure, Philippa can find something, but she's wounded. She'll waltz her way
Oh, the
into the
flank.
back lines.
Flank
Issa
is
finds
one.
one, but she's taken down.
The flank
Wenz
wins.
taken by the flank. We go again.
One
Yes,
more time.
Georgina.
These teams playing so fast, so loose. BBL Queens take the timeout.
I mean, there aren't
See
0
here,
chances.
Bastarda continually looking for those fights.
That's not how maths
This
works.
Garage hold. Garage has been both a problem for both teams now. The Omen's really locking it down. And I think what we've seen, actually on BBL's side of attack, is they have slowed things down.
That
a
guy
little
looks
bit to
like
look for early
Pancada.
kills, but then in the
Timeout
dead
coming
time,
in.
Team Liquid are seizing
took
a
it? Who
ton
took
of
this
space.
timeout?
Once they have information, they're re-clearing. So even though
Who
the
took
flank
this
doesn't
timeout?
secure the kill at the end of that last round, you can see Bastarda trying to take
I'm
these
very
spaces.
rarely
Twitch
taking an
keeps
OT
Daiki doing the
timeout.
Same thing. It is those flanks that are creating so much chaos in these rounds and making it
I'm
so
very
hard
rarely
for the
taking an
IGLs to
OT
keep
timeout.
everything under wraps. The rounds are getting away from the IGLs. It is coming down to individuals recognizing when and where players can be on the map and just winning out in their ones.
I avoid OT timeouts because I think the way I prepare the
After
team
26 rounds of play,
is
how do you
better
come
than
up with
most
something new,
teams'
something to surprise, something to
way of
finally close
preparing
out
their
this
team.
game.
It's crazy.
And I don't want to get a coach involved with an IGL. I'd rather, I think both the diffs most IGLs as well. So like, I think that like the way we prepare our game is better than most people, and I think both is better IGL than most people. So I don't want to OT I don't usually want to OT timeout.
But it's BBL versus TL. You know both teams will fight. They're gonna put everything into this. 5-on-4, an all-out brawl. Who's gonna win it? BBL ahead of the mollies in short. Alkia, the first one up. Paranoia is good, but Issa is somehow better. Vanya teleporting. Vanya!
What has Vanya done?
That's absurd, but it's not enough. TL still in this one, still fighting. Eva trades, and now Bizarra on the scene as well.
I need to
It
click that,
all
I think.
comes down to
What
Wenz.
the fuck
Issa
happened that
waiting
round?
for a teammate to join her. Does this alarm bot go off? No, it's activated at the last possible second.
5-on-4, an all-out
Sorry.
brawl. Flip the map, plant for spawn.
Spike planted.
Bizarra just got the lockdown activated as well. That's gonna come down early. 3 mollies between the two of them.
We
The
could've put that
stall is
deeper.
ridiculous.
Insult to injury. What can Wenz do? She's got to run back towards long, and Issa's so aware. Just has to buy time. Let the mollies do their job. Let the time get the better, but one didn't hit. Wenz manages to stick it for a little longer than expected, but damage now done. She'll swing into the turret, and B0 will take her down.
One
Team
chance.
Liquid, they have control of this game somehow, some way. After fighting their way into overtime, after pushing it to another, they have their chance to close. They have their chance to send BBL home.
Team Liquid haven't led since the start of the second half.
It's always gonna be one chance.
And
Bro,
BBL throwing another layer
you must be
into these
like
openers of the round.
Pythagoras or something. You must be on
keep
some like
composed
different
and they
level of
take
maths
it.
understanding
Now
if
Team Liquid,
you can work
their
that one out.
idea to stack heavy in mid, that heavy stall on B again to make sure those late
Can
round
you make the
finishes
pen
can't
thicker?
happen. That puts so much pressure
Sure.
on BBL in their
Sure.
previous attacking rounds.
BBL back to the basics. They want to split C, but look at this double setup in garage.
It's a trap in garage.
There's three
If you go
people.
B, there's not just the
Bro, they just
volleys,
stopped playing A. They
there's
just
jets
said
there
like,
too.
why is BBL the entire attack half not
Nike
taking
scouts out
A
lobby,
A
doesn't
control
see
at all?
anything. TL primed
Like, this
themselves,
comp
they're ready for a
needs
fight
to
here
take
in
some
mid,
A
and
control. You
Bastarda
can't
creeps
not
out to
take
break
A
the
control.
turret and put pressure on the backs of BBL.
Like, we're leaving one, like, defense leaves
Four
one
and
person A, leaving one person
There'll be a
A
late
with all
flank
this
through
U2.
garage.
Look at it.
But they're still stalled here. Issa's molly is not far enough ahead, so the dash comes through. Issa has to stay alive. She's been massive in this overtime, and she will continue that trend. Line's good, out gets raised, but Georgina has arrived. Only 2 for BBL,
Yeah, BB.
and it's
Yeah.
Vanya alone. There is no way
GG's.
she can live.
Defenders win.
I don't think
Team
BBL
Liquid.
deserve to win if they're macro.
This is their home. The
It's not
lower
iffy.
bracket is their place. They keep the run going.
Team Liquid ignite the crowd in Sao Paulo.
My pickups have been pretty good so far. It's the G2.
Hard-fought series.
The G2 got
A
switched for
hard-fought
TL
game to bring it back in
for my
overtime.
pickums.
They keep getting away with miracles.
We do get to watch
They
Florence
have no
now.
business winning that map.
There's no way, right? Bazera, Bastarda, Georgina, the clutches
I felt bad,
are
man.
unreal.
I hope she feels okay.
How do they keep pulling it off?
I mean, they're going to have to keep doing it. It's 2 BO3s tomorrow. It's a BO6 and then a BO5. Day after day after day. There's not anything harder
Bro,
than
it's
that.
so sad as
But
well
if there
when you
was a
get,
team to do it,
after a
it would
loss, you
be
get the
Team
fucking cameras
Liquid.
in your face. And they really try and
Commiseration
close
to
up.